Hey guys, the video you're about to see is for the John Deere 1025R owners. I think it's also for the 1023, 2025. It's the one that has the air filter that goes along the side of the engine. It's mounted on top of the valve cover. I want to give a big shout out to Tractor Time with Tim. If I hadn't watched that video, I wouldn't known what was going on with my tractor. And Tim, I really appreciate you putting that video out, because I think you saved my tractor. I went down to the barn to start my tractor up and get it out and do some work. And as soon as I started it up, I heard a funny noise. I shut it down real quick because I didn't know what it was, but I knew something had happened. So I raised the hood on it, and I saw the air filter bracket was loose. So I came in to look on the YouTube, see if anybody experienced that same problem. And Tractor Time with Tim had a video on it where he had replaced that particular air filter. I had no idea that there was a recall on that. I don't know if it's a recall. I know that there's some sort of dispute with John Deere about a recall on it, but anyway, make a long story short, I took the air filter off and the big aluminum bracket off of the valve cover. And when I removed it from the valve cover, I had found that my valve cover had cracked and a part of it had broke off and went down into the manifold. And I'll show that on the video where I pulled it out of the manifold. But it could have been worse. I was able to find one other picture on the internet where that valve cover had shattered into 100 pieces. Luckily mine didn't, and the fella who owned that tractor ended up having to have his motor replaced because of the air filter. And the parts went down in his engine, and he had an engine failure. So if any of you guys own a John Deere 1025, mine's a 2018 model, and I've got 310 hours on it, and I thought it was 318, but it's 310 hours, 0.8. And I don't know, it was a complete shock to me to find that on such a young tractor. I only use it about maybe 40 hours a year, and I had changed the oil in it about every 75 hours. And if I hadn't been paying attention and listening to the engine startup, I think I would have probably been in the same boat. But anyway, I want you guys to see what I did to fix it. And again, I want to tell Tractor Time with Tim, I sure do appreciate you doing your videos. And to somebody that's not a mechanic and first-time tractor owner or baby tractor owner, I appreciate your knowledge. And you guys enjoy the video. Well, fellas, we're down here in the barn. Going to do some work on the old John Deere. I came outside the other day and started it up, and it made a real funny noise. And I shut it off. And It's a John Deere 1025R, and I'll just show you. Let me flip this camera around. Okay, I'm trying to get in here where you can see. The air cleaner hose is separated. This is all loose, and I got to looking. The bracket is supposed to have a strap right here. Goes around this, and it's missing. I couldn't find it anywhere in the engine, so we're going to look for it. I'm going to take this side panel off where I can get in there and see what I'm doing. We're going to replace this with the updated version that no one at John Deere cared to call me and tell me that there was a update for this, because I had to find this out on my own. These brackets that mount down on the head valve cover of this engine right there have a tendency to break, and what I understand, this bracket is the second version. First one was a thinner bracket, and this one's a thicker one. And they have a tendency to break the valve cover and cause your engine to blow up, I guess, when you run it out of oil. So we're gonna disassemble this thing and put the new air filter cleaner on. All right, if you guys don't know me by now, you know that I wear my loose fitting pajama pants anytime I'm out in the yard. So if it offends you, turn your head. This is a 10 millimeter, by the way. Lay that down over there. And my understanding is once you disconnect that, all you have to do is push back, and she should come off. There she is. And we got lots of dirt here. Okay. Get you guys over here closer where you can see what. I don't see that strap anywhere. It's supposed to connect to this and go over the cleaner to the other side. And I had this thing serviced last year before I put it up, and they may have left that off. I don't know. I didn't check it, but I'm assuming that they did. And you know what happens when you assume something. And that air filter doesn't look like it was replaced. Okay. That tells me a lot about the people that I deal with. That'll never happen again. I'll do my own work from now on, I guess. All right, I think the next thing I want to do is take these battery, or the hose clamps off. Let's see. They are. You see see if we can get them off with a screwdriver. I won't have to worry about this one because they ain't got one on it. That. Let's see. All I can say is, if you have your stuff sent off to be repaired by a shop, maybe you ought to check it next time it comes in. This is not wanting to let go. There we go. All right. That's a big heavy bracket. I can't believe they used that and stuck it on top of that valve cover. I think it's a 13 millimeter. And there's my 13. Okay, that's a good sized chunk of aluminum. Now I don't know if, oh man. Son of a gun. Look guys. Son of a bitch. Okay guys, the other day I come down here and I started on working on my tractor, and until I took this apart to change out the air filter, I found that it did indeed bust open the valve cover on my tractor. And as you can see, it's got stress fractures in here. You can't find this part online, and John Deere just ain't gonna sell to you. So I'm gonna take this down to the machine shop here in town, see if I can get these stress fractures welded up. And I think I got really lucky, guys. I might have to turn my light on. I don't know if you can see it or not, but down in that manifold right there is that other piece. I'm gonna have to turn the light on. Hold on. Still can't see it. Let me get up, see if I can get on. There's a light. You see that other piece laying right there. I'm gonna see if I can't get it. I gotta get my forceps turned around here where I can operate. Oh man, how lucky was that? Okay guys, got my part back. I'm gonna take this duct tape, I got it wrapped around my screwdriver. I'm gonna go down these ports just in case there might be something else down in there and I can get it out. Nothing there. Nothing on that. Nothing on that, just soot. All right. I'll show you the part. I had it fixed. John Deere wanted somewhere $300 for this thing, and took it to a local fabrication shop, and it had like 4 different stress fractures in it. He's welded it up on both sides and done a pretty decent job on it. It's a lot cheaper than buying this part from John Deere. Now I'm gonna have to figure out where my long head bolts and short head bolts go. I got a pretty good idea, but I'm gonna make sure of it first. Okay guys, I'm gonna tighten these up from the center. Just tightening these up until they feel snug on all of them. It's about the same. This feels good. That one feels good. That one feels good. Alright, I know I was supposed to use a torque wrench. I don't have one. I don't know why they got screws in these end pieces here. They do. she looks like she went on pretty flat. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is put my new air filter system in. I'm glad I caught that just in time. I'll be changing oil after this, so the only reason I'm doing this is for all the John Deere 1025 owners that have this style of engine with that filter that goes lengthways with the motor. If I hadn't caught this in time, it probably would have cost me a fortune to get it fixed. So let me get this other ready and I'll turn you back on. All right, guys, here we go. Test these and see if any of them loosened up. Yep, we wanted to get a socket on that one. I don't believe this one loosened up, but I'm gonna check it anyhow. I can't get on it. Can't get on it with it. I'm gonna try it with a wrench. Where? Guys, I'm not a mechanic, as you can tell. That exhaust right there is hot. No, it's good and tight. Good and tight. Good and tight. There we go. I think we're ready. There she is. Make sure it ain't rubbing on there. It's not. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to show you the list of parts here. Okay, I'm going to hold this up here and let it focus in. And you guys can pause your television to get a list of the parts order. And it's Green's Parts. That's where I got it. Green's Parts. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed.